happening right before our very eyes.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
I am the incredible man. I only do things incredible can. Cause I am the seed of a chosen breed. You don't see too many like me. Cause I am one of the reasons you do what you do when you wanna be me instead of you. Cause I am still on beat, showing love to the streets. Come on, you know me, cause that's who I am.
You hear them pads going, you hear them clicks going.
704 beats by Alex J.
Yeah. First and 10. We in the trenches. You like the water cooler. You be on the benches. Think your team better, but they lack skill. First snap, I leave your backs in the backfield. Your quarterback scared, I see it in his eyes. Sent the receiver in motion, that's just a disguise. My linebackers, they stepping up. Clog a hole, no letting up. Taking on them big blocks. On fourth down, we get big stops. My secondary is balling out. Your offense keeps stalling out. How many yards? Like none at all. Call the special teams, come punt the ball and it's gone. And you never see me fair catch. I get a block and then I'm gone like a Lear jet. My helmet on, pass strap tight. My jersey shining in them Friday night lights. Win, we just came to win. Win, we just came to win. Friday night lights. Friday night lights. Win. We just came to win. Win. We must protect this house. I'm in a huddle talking to the Hawks. We gonna run it down their throat soon as we get the ball. Come out and fire off the ball. We going on one. My skill position so proficient, break for long runs. Come out running that option. That mean I got the option to keep that or pitch that. Defense, they gotta fix that. 4 receivers, we spread them out in the shotgun. Hot reads, I got some. My tight end, so awesome. Touchdowns, I toss some. We score 6, scoreboard, that score 6. Respect the ball, we protect the ball. We don't fumble, no throw picks. I feed my linemen pancakes, so all they blocks are pancakes. Push you around like all night. End of the game, get your handshakes, huh? My helmet on, pass strap tight. My jersey shining in them Friday night lights. Win. We just came to win. Win. We just came to win. Friday night lights. Friday night lights. Win. We just came to win. Win. We must protect this house.
Sisk in for the on-the-go quick lube extra point. What an adjustment there at the end by us. We used the length.
Yep.
And extra point up. It ain't
Good.
pretty, but it's good. 7-0. We'll be right back.
But we also wish everybody else in the county.
That realm when we were playing them, but that's an interesting fact. I did not know.
5.
There's also
Zay
a question about
Coleman.
the free safety. He was being stretched out real aggressively down here in the end zone before the game. You know, Mayfield is one of their better defenders. In fact, they're probably their best defender. So he's not out there. Phillips in the shotgun. Hands off. Mesh went a long time there with McCorkle, but it's going to be close to the first down. Is it going to be enough? And it's going to be a yard short.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be close.
So 3rd and 1, ball at the 13-yard line.
Trying to see who they got labeled here as their safety. I think they just kind of do defensive back, so
Yeah,
it's kind of hard
it's
to
tough to tell.
see which one. 1, 2, and 3. Well,
Phillips keeps it this time going around the left side. He's got the first down and more. Gets across the 10. Is finally dragged down at the 6-yard line. That'll be a Turner Hauser Insurance first down for the Storm as they storm towards the goal line.
yeah, like I say, he was initially hit by that number 5, Zay Coleman for Lincolnton, and they have a man down now. They don't need any more of this. Trying to get a number.
I'm never going to get an interview with Angle again. It's just not. We're going to talk about the weather. We're going to talk about. We will not talk about team health.
That is number 6.
And that would
Nehemiah Thompson.
Yeah, and he's one of their wide receivers. He goes both directions here.
Well,
listed as an RB, but he's caught more passes than he has run the ball.
And defensive side, they got him listed as a free safety, so I'm wondering if he was the one that Coach Engel kind of mentioned in pregame.
Okay, that might explain being hurt already. See, he was dinged up coming into the ball game. So he gets the ball down to, they're marking it at the 7-yard line. Oh, I was about to say they haven't moved the sticks because it's first and goal, dummy.
Well, for a second there, they had 73 minutes on the clock. I thought we were back in pregame here for a second.
I was like, no.
We started. I saw the
We want to go. So he gets down to the 7. So a gain of 6 on that, and it's first and goal. Quick to the line. Pitch goes to 22, and he's short. His knee was down. He was short. That's Braden Fortenberry. We saw him last week. Some good runs for them. So he gets. So Fortenberry gets down to the 1-yard line, but we've got some whistles. What's going on here?
Well, I was going to say, I don't remember them. Usually there's a whistle to kind of start it back up after an injury. And I think Angle came out there.
Yeah, you can see him yelling.
Yeah, there was nothing. There was no whistle to start him. I mean, give Kramer a little bit of,
Yeah, go quick if you
right
get
out.
away with it.
But I didn't hear a whistle, so they're going to have to run it again, I would think.
So they're going to run it back to the 7-yard line. Now the referee's over here explaining to Coach Simmons. Did I have that right, Simmons? Me and names, you know that. Yeah, Simmons. About what the deal was. So no play there. And it'll still be first and goal, still from the 7-yard line. He got close to the end zone, but not quite.
They go to replay first down.
I'm just trying to pick out.
So there we go. There's a whistle. Handoff now. Fortenberry again. Same play. Breaks it to the inside, though. He gets down to the 2-yard line. So gain of 3. So gain of 4.
Yeah, interesting enough, they pretty much just ran the same play, only 1 yard less on the game.
Yeah, he just cut it up instead of going towards the corner. Handoff up the middle. McCorkle, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown for the Storm.
Well, we mentioned it last week. We thought that, Stuart Kramer, size-wise, is pretty good up front. So, I mean, they can get some push. They kind of match Lincolnton. And you kind of wonder, after that big game last week against Shelby, if Lincolnton, even though they're, again, a little banged up, where's their focus? Stuart Kramer is nobody to push around. They've had a great start to the season.
And Jake Harms comes on and gets the James River Equipment PAT. And correction, the Kiever Pharmacy touchdown was by Chris Worster, number 9. 9 and 5 look a lot alike. But it was Worster that got the touchdown. So with 6:37 to go in the first quarter, it is 7-7 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I'm Kevin Hastings along with Chip Carter. That's not the right button for Ken's not here. Chip Carter and Dennis Davis are here live. We've got some scores, got some games to go to. You've been listening to that was Stuart Kramer tying Lincolnton at 7-all. So now we've got some good games across the board on KTC. We got Cherville and Burns, Lincoln and Kramer, Shelby, East Gaston, North Gaston at Crest, Eastburg at Chase. Hickory leads East Lincoln now 7-0 to start off Ashbrook early, 13-0. We'll see if they get that extra point or not here in a moment. But we're going to send you out. We're going to do as many games as possible as we can and jump around while everybody's still kind of competitive right now. So we're going back out to the fields right now on KTC Broadcast.
The penalties will offset, and Burns is going to take over at around the 30. Let's see here. Behind the 30. It's going to be about the 27-yard line, looks like.
All right, so Burns just got Trevor just punted to Burns. Burns leads 7-0. They take over on their own 27. Let's go over and check on Dennis's Crest Chargers, how they're doing out there.
There's a snap. Kick is up, and it is perfect. Kickstart your vehicle's health with Fountain Electric's Fountain Auto. On the Fountain Electric scoreboard, it's now Crest 14, North Gaston nothing. This is KTCBroadcasting.com.
Well, that lasted all of 13 minutes on the broadcast. Dennis, could Crest name their score tonight?
They are favored, I think, something like 62.
I was thought you were going to say like 40 or 50.
Because
favored by 60 in conference.
In the words of the wise man Ron Burgundy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that got out of hand.
Well, see, the problem, fellas, is North Gaston hasn't scored since September the something.
Yeah, Ken and I talked about that.
All right, let's check in on Shelby at East Gaston.
$200 or more
There,
from
commercial.
Shelby Heating and Air. Call for
We'll check
details
back
at
on them in just a
704.
moment. All right, how about let's go out to Forest Chase.
Around the right side.
There we go.
And keeps it, looks like maybe a gain of 2.
Chris Cogdell returns.
Yeah, that's going to bring up
23-yard line.
2nd and 8.
I'm going to let you watch that for a little bit.
So here we go. They're going to have to start keying on the ball.
Yeah, it's
Well, we seem like we're getting a little bit of slow reaction.
right. I've got that eye
They got to
candy
fly
out
to
there.
the ball. Yeah,
Yeah,
they got to fly to the ball.
All that eye
And
candy.
so
with them
here we go.
Trade and stuff. He's probably going to
Back
trade
to
this
the
one out.
right, slot to the right. And he comes up, throws a little screen inside to number 7, and that number 7 is
Carson
Mooneyham. That's the other top receiver. So he carries it down to the 15-yard line of the Trojans, and that's going to bring up a first down for the Cavaliers. So that'll be a 1st and 10. They can still get another first down. Okay? And its score is still 0-0 here, and that's the Raymond James scoreboard. And we have 4:28 remaining in the Me Poblito first quarter. So here we go. 1st and 10, setting back, and he takes it. Quarterback's going to keep it to his left, and he comes and goes hard inside all the way up to maybe the 13-yard line. I think that's where they're going to mark it. And
Coach,
so
I
that's
think,
a pick
I
up
think
a 2.
that was more of a Wildcat. Number 8 carried that ball that time. And there's a flag on the field, which is a Carolina Auto Finance penalty.
Well, I hope the quarterback, if he got hurt, I don't know what happened.
It looks like a timeout, too, off this. A Raymond James Financial timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Find new zero turn more at Tri-City Outdoor Power Equipment and
All right. But
well, the folks at home can't hear me if I don't turn my mic on.
That's
So
all
all
right.
the folks at home, I'm going to let Chip do a little talking here and let you guys know exactly kind of what's going on in the area. Oh, you know what? He said he was taking a 30-second break. I
Yeah.
bet I've wasted close to 30 seconds
go back
so
then.
far. And we're going to go back to Chase. Yep, that worked.
Perkins just carried
Perfect
the
timing.
ball down to the 10-yard line. So that's actually going to bring up a 3rd and 5 for the Cavaliers from East Burke. So, Coach, here we go. We're looking at an opportunity to maybe stop them here and force them into field goal opportunity.
Right, yes.
So here we go. Quarterback keeps it to the left, and he carries it all the way down inside the 5-yard line, which if there's no flag on the play, there should be a first down and goal to go for the Cavaliers.
Might be the 2. I can't tell exactly, Coach. Like maybe 2-yard line. Yeah, they're doing a lot of backside pull, backside tight end pulling on the counter, quarterback counter.
I will tell you this, Coach. The number 11, the way that number is set up there, it's really tight. So it could make it look like one thing or the other. So here we go. Hand it off to Birkin, and he is in the end zone for a touchdown.
And that is a Fountain Electric touchdown.
So that is a touchdown for the Cavaliers, and that's on the Raymond James scoreboard, makes the score 6-0 in favor of the Cavaliers. We have 2:49 remaining in the Meade-Toledo first quarter. So we got coming up here an extra point attempt, which looks like it's going to be a 2-point attempt, and the ball snapped back to the quarterback, and he keeps it and carries it all the way into the end zone. And I think you're right about that. Well, I don't know. He turns and it looks like 11, and it does look like 8 sometimes.
That was a Jamie Dunn extra 2-point conversion.
But if it's their regular quarterback, Carter Bennett,
we need to go to a 30-second break.
Right. Backs on either side of the quarterback, and hard count, and that's going to be penalty number 2. And again, our penalty sponsor, Shelby Heating Air of Shelby, and that's going to lead to a first down, a gutter guard of Shelby first down. Those are the plays, Chikari, that as a former coach, I can tell you, it drives you stark raving mad crazy.
Again, the coaches speak when you talk with Coach Wilbanks, he said limit the penalties, and you cannot afford to get an offsides penalty on a 3rd and 2 for East Gaston to continue to extend the drive.
So here's another first down. East Gaston on the goal line 32, and they're going to run a power play to, again, Maury and number 4, Maury Chambers. And Chambers is going to pick up about 4 yards on that play. So, like I said, Golden Lions having a little bit of difficulty with the run game, and the announcer says 3. I think it's maybe close to the 4.
So Burns over Cherville, 3:17 left on your No Malarkey, Mrs. Sparky scoreboard. We'll be right back after this message.
Right outside the 20-yard line, and East Gaston is trying to score. Try to shorten the deficit a little bit.
All right, they're going to fake. They're going to fake the jet sweep. Quarterback kept it, and he's going to get all the way up to about the 25-yard line. That's going to make it 3rd down and 2. Again, that quarterback, Camden Stillwell. And actually, I think they're going to say it might be. Yeah, it's third. It's either a short 3 or a long 2. So again, 3rd down. One thing, Shelby cannot jump off sides this time, but you've also got to be ready. I used to talk to Coach Hollifield about his defensive lineman jumping off sides, and he said, "Well, Coach, here's the thing: you don't want to be you got to be going, and so the thing is, be ready to go forward, but don't be stupid." So
got to watch the ball at all times.
Got a tight end this time, and they're going to run Chambers off the right side, and it's going to be just short. I'm looking at the official over on the other side, so he's going to pick up 2 yards. That's going to make it 4th down and maybe a half yard, maybe 1 yard, and so this is a big play. They've got the ball down to the Shelby 23. They got to get down inside, just outside the 23. They got to get to just outside the 22. So 4th down and 1. Big play, Jakari.
These guys in this lined up in the I formation on a 4th and 1.
And they're going to go with a quarterback sneak and kind of a tush push, and they're going to get it. That's going to get all the way down to the 21-yard line. So yet another first down for the East Gaston Warriors. And again, that first down is sponsored by Gutter Guard of Kings Mountain. And now they are down to the 21-yard line of the Golden Lions. And that probably is going to be the last play of the first quarter, Jakari. This is a very impressive drive by East Gaston.
Quick first quarter by East Gaston. East Gaston is trying to control the clock and do all they can do is just to stay on the ground. They really don't have that much of a big passing game, but they're trying to stick to their identity, and it's working so far on the second drive.
All right, that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Golden Lions lead 14-0. We'll be back after these messages on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Second and 6 for the Ironman. Same formation.
Mackinson wide right out here.
Fakes the handoff, or messed up on the handoff, and it's going to take another loss. That one by Jaden Adams. He went to handoff to the right. Running back went to the left.
Yeah. Hefner was back there, but he was not given the ball, so he tried to pick up a block for somebody. Yeah, just a little bit of confusion right there. 3rd and 11. Yeah, just let's get a first down here.
Shotgun formation for the Ironman. Adams takes the snap, rolls out to his right. Looking.
There you go. He caught it. Mackinson with the catch. It's going to be 4th down and about 5. Man. That's where those penalties kill you right there, because that could have been a first down.
Yes, sir.
Man, that's tough.
So the Ironman will punt again on 4th and 5. 1:10 left on your No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Burns still up 14-0 here in the first quarter. Adams punts, and it was touched. It was touched by Burns Bulldogs on the. And let's see if Ironman will take over the possession.
Nigel Whitworth jumped on it on about the 35-yard line, and that should be terrible ball.
Oh, yes, sir.
If the officials, they're taking the chains in that direction. So it looks like the offense for Cherville's going to come back out. That ball was punted, and it was like a line drive. And the Burns player that it hit, there was no way he could get away from it. I mean, it wasn't being lackadaisical on his part. It just came at him.
Run up the middle for Ironman by Hefner, who fumbles after a nice hit, but let's see if the Ironman recovers the ball.
Yep. To be quite honest, folks, I thought Burns came up with that.
I did too.
And but they're saying that Cherville will hold on to the football. It's going to be 2nd and 4.
Yes, sir. Shotgun formation.
And I think Burns wants a timeout.
Burns calls a timeout. We're going to do this timeout, and we'll be right back after these messages.
All right, folks, we'll send you right back out to Burns High School in just a second. Ironman, the Bulldogs just touched a punt, a line drive punt. I don't know why the kid put his hand up and touched it, and Ironman jumped on it. So Ironman gained like 40 yards on that punt. They're almost in the red zone, down 14-0. Wolves 14-7 over the Storm. Golden Lions 14-0 over East Gaston. North Gaston gets on the board. They get a safety. We don't know how it happened, but they got a safety. We're going to pull up. We'll try to find the highlights here in just a moment for you folks, and we'll show that. Eastburg just went up 8-0 on Chase. We saw that. And the Tornadoes are wreaking havoc in Denver tonight, 14-0 against those Mustangs. Ashbrook 14-0, take care of business against Forest View. That'll probably get bigger and bigger. Still no score that we have from Kings Mountain South Point. And then big news in Bunker Hill. Ford takes a 6-0 lead, and then Maiden, these big rivalry tonight, Maiden and Bandy's Blue Devils lead 7-0 over Bandy's right now, folks. We're going to send it back out to the fields here in just a minute. Right back out to Burns and Cherville as soon as they get done out of commercial. So we'll go back out for that. If you want to see the highlights yourself and don't want to wait on myself and Chip and everybody to get to it, What we'll do is you can go to the What's Up Shopper Twitter feed and the KTC Broadcasting, and you can follow those on there. Let's see. They're going to finish up there. I'm going to pull up some highlights here in a minute. We'll just do that. Let's go. Trying to wait for you folks to get sent back out to Burns. I don't have any sound right there. Why don't I have sound right there?
Buffering.
No, I think I don't know what's going on. We'll go over to Bar. I don't know if he's. I think he's talking and don't know he's.
How was the ball at the 25? That's not where the ball should be. He was thrown for a loss on the play. That's not where the ball should be. And David Devine's on the field. That's not where the ball should be. The ball spotted on the wrong yard line.
I love Tom's.
They know it's on the wrong yard line. They're going to give him a first
Tom's
down.
not a math
The
teacher.
ball's on the wrong yard
Wow.
line, and Cherville gets a first down.
Yeah, Coach Devine's not happy, and he should be.
They screwed that
Wow.
up. So Cherville gets the free first
And
down
they get
after they lost a yard.
another break
now
for Cherville.
Adams is going to roll out.
Wow.
Intercepted. Not sure who got it, but ball don't lie.
Amari Littlejohn.
Littlejohn gets the interception.
Nice job, Amari. Just jumped up and just grabbed it out of the air. Nice job, Amari Littlejohn.
Wow, what an athletic play by Littlejohn.
He just threw it right to him. Try to get a little screen pass there. He just jumped up, was in the right place at the right time. So this time Burns catches a break. Won't have pretty decent field position here.
Well,
I guess that's a little calmer. What do you think there, Tom?
The ball was misspotted.
Yep.
He lost a yard. They gave him the first down because they forgot what yard line it was on after they had a powwow there for about 10 minutes, it seemed like. But Burns will take it on its own 35 with 29 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Shotgun Dixon, double wide receivers right, one to the left. Man comes in motion. Dixon back, trying to set up a screen, and it's incomplete. Good job by the Cherville defense creating a little pressure, and I think it was Donaldson, the intended receiver.
Yeah, had several guys in his face there. That was a good job of getting rid of the ball, first of all, not taking a big sack. Bring up second down.
So it'll be second down and 10. Ball at the 36.
On the other side, Dixon just under just enough pressure. Just
Maury
couldn't find
Littlejohn,
the ball
what
there.
an interception.
Oh,
Just
Brings
deserved
up
it. Thought they
second
had the
and
fumble
10.
recovery.
Second and
Then they
10 for the
misspot the ball.
From the 35 in the middle
Gets
of the
the
field.
turnover.
So let's see if we can capitalize on that turnover and put some more points on the board
25
here.
seconds left on the
Ussery
block.
split
Smith
wide
Sparks
left.
over, hands the ball up the middle
Dixon's
to Pryor.
got it.
Once
He'll
again,
try
he's
Pryor
looking for
to
room.
Reese. He's
And
40,
that's gonna be
45.
another
Takes on tackles,
down.
Ruffles for a first down.
Medical
Give it
Center
12.
Pharmacy first down for the Bulldogs.
Talon Dalton and John Hedgepath in on the tackle for Ironman. First down for Burns there on their
Was a gain of 12.
They don't have to run another play if they don't want to. It looks like they're going to probably take it.
All right, I'm going to take a
Into the second
commercial
quarter.
break. After one quarter, Burns 14, Cherville nothing on your right Stewart scoreboard. We'll be right back. You're listening to Burns Football, brought to you by West End Save.
In Cleveland.
Ooh, we got a player down, Rob.
I think it's maybe another North Gaston player down.
So we got a lot here to figure out. We've got penalty. We saw Thompson, I believe, take it to the house. If not, he was out around the 1, but it'll be negated by the penalty. And good to see the injured North Gaston Wildcat on his feet. That is Waylon Biddy, the sophomore, who is slowly coming over to the sideline. Personal foul, roughing the kicker against the Chargers. And will this be enough for a first down, Rob? Or is it an automatic first down in this case? I'm not sure if it will be. We'll see. Remember, they were looking at a 4th and 14. There might have been, may be enough for, Or is it going to be? It's right at the marker, I believe,
It's right
isn't it?
at the marker.
It's going to be enough for a first down. Yeah, I think they needed 14. They got 15, obviously, on the personal foul, and so the ball will be spotted at the 36. So really, in this first quarter, the Wildcats have been moving the ball off Crest penalties for the most part.
Absolutely.
So the offense back on the field for North Gaston. Two receivers. Here's a handoff on the right side, trying to go on the right side, and it'll go nowhere either. Crest Chargers everywhere to make the tackle.
Again, just a lot of green jerseys out there.
Yeah, I was trying to go to Brown, the running back, and now we have got another stoppage of play, and the Crest Chargers are going to call a timeout. We'll take it, and we'll be back with more Crest football right here on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Moving to the left, and he throws late, and he decided to get rid of that one.
Smart decision.
Kind of wish he'd have run it. I think he could have picked up some yards, but what he didn't do, Jakari, was throw late into the corner of the end zone because it would have been picked off, and so he did the smart thing. He threw it out of bounds.
Len has been doing a great job at protecting the football. That's something you want to do as a quarterback, not to put your team into jeopardy and turn the ball over. And Len right there just made the smart decision, just throwing it out of bounds instead of forcing it, trying to be a hero and get it intercepted.
Pistol formation is going to be right up the gut to, I tell you what, didn't go very far. Again, that time Julius Brooks, and he's going to be grabbed and thrown backwards. That's going to be no gain at all. So that's going to be 3rd down and 10. Not many times go lines have been in 3rd down. Jakari, we're down inside 6.5 minutes to go. Again, Shelby already up on the line of scrimmage. They've got 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. The setback remains Julius Brooks. Farmer barking out signals. He sits. He's got a wide open receiver, but he threw it too high, and that was thrown over the head of Lorenzo Roseborough. And if that had been a good pass, that would have been another touchdown, Jakari.
Yeah, Lorenzo Roseborough had his hands on the pass. It looked like it came straight to his hands above his helmet, but Lorenzo Roseborough is about 6'2". He could have corralled that in and got the first down for Shelby. But again, fourth and 10. You want to, Shelby's gonna go for it, but you want to what play they have.
Definitely going for it.
Their majority pass on their drive, but you want to see if Shelby's gonna convert this or not.
2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Snap back to Farmer. He sits in the pocket. He's got an open receiver, and that's number 3. He took a shot by number 5. That's Chris Levy, but that is a touchdown pass, and that's J.J. Williams, and that was a 24-yard touchdown pass, J.J. Williams.
Again, the seams are open. Look like they went cover 3 and cover 3. The seams are good job by Land exploiting the seams in cover 3, and J.J. Williams did a great job of corralling that. Took a hit in the end zone, but good job of him holding on to the football and not letting it go.
Yeah, he did a great job of holding on to that football. And that's going to bring up our point after touchdown, which is good, and we'll be back after these messages on KTC Broadcasting.
Here comes the snap, and it's high, and the punter's going to have to get it out of there, and it doesn't go far. Let's see if it takes a North Gaston roll. And again, Rob, Crest will be starting in North Gaston territory at the 47. This was the worst starting field position. That tells you how good it's been for the Chargers.
I mean, that looks like it's not much different. But it does get all the way back to the deep man. So he brings it up, and he's running inside now, across the 30-yard line, and he's going to be down. That was a good return, Coach.
It was. That's going to bring up a David Norster district attorney first down.
For the Trojans, and that ball is going to be at the Trojans' 34-yard line where they'll start. So we'll have to see what Coach Sosby has up his sleeve here offensively.
So far, it's been a kind of wide open offense working for Chase, but yet the power of East Burke's defense. I mean, their running game on offense for them.
Yes, sir. So we got trips to the left, a tight split to the right, and we have Wingo back in, number 6.
No, the other Wingo,
yeah, and he throws outside to the right, and that was completed to number 0, who is Tyrell Johnson. And that is number 6. I'm right when I say
You
Wingo.
got-
I don't know.
Here's what I was saying, though.
I don't know what to say.
I was just noticing Keontae Wingo, Coach, is not dressed out tonight.
So that's Jonte, who is in the game right now, and he is running back. So Tipton here in the shotgun with Wingo to his left. So I can just say Wingo. Now he moved back to the right. Twins to both sides, or slot, really. So here we go. He's back prepared to throw, and he throws a little, looks like a little out, but the ball was knocked down by a defender who got his hands up.
That was number 21, Fraley.
And that's going to bring up a third, and it looks like 3. So here we go. See what they can pull off. Tipton's made a couple of really good, several really good throws tonight.
Correct.
Don't know if they're going to just try to run it or if they'll try to throw it, but we got a double slot, left and to the right. Wingo to the left. Shotgun snap. He's up, and he throws inside to number 7.
Pardon.
And that is completed to Little John Trajan.
I'm sorry, Coach.
Trajan Littlejohn completed, and that is a David Norris for District Attorney. First down for the Trojans, all the way down to the 49-yard line of East Burke Cavaliers.
Harden has been playing that position. He's on the other side now instead of this
He
side.
is. So here we go. Tipped him back, takes a snap. And he's prepared to throw that ball deep. And he's thrown it to number 3, who, he hit him in the hands, and then it fell out. And that was intended for Bryson McSwain. I didn't know that had a chance when he started throwing it, but McSwain took it off on a burst.
Right. I thought he caught it, and just when he went to the ground, he lost it, which is either way, it's incomplete.
Either way, it's incomplete. Yeah. But, yeah, he looked like he had it, but then he didn't. So here we go. We got second now and 10 for the Trojans. That would have been a big play, even if he had just fell down.
Right.
Yeah. But here we go. We got slot left, slot right. Back to the right. And Tipton throws a little out pass to number 5.
6.
Is that 6?
Yes,
6. That's Wingo. So here we go. We got 5's not dressed out. He must have an injury or something.
That's another David Norris for District Attorney first down.
Yes, sir. So here we go. We're on the right hash, heading from our left to our right now with the Trojans. And they're down to the 37-yard line of the Cavaliers. They're giving a lot of signals here. Coach Sosby's sending it in. Backs to the right, double slot. Slot to the left, slot to the right. Snap back, quarterback rolls to his right, but then he hands off to Wingo back to the left. And
Fumble.
he carries the ball all the way down to the 30, and I think they're going to call it a fumble.
It was. East Burke's ball.
East Burke has recovered the ball at their own 27-yard line.
Looking. He's going to keep it. It's going to get around the original marker, and it's going to be pushed out of bounds. Looks like that's going to be maybe about a 4-yard gain, maybe.
Good protection that time by Zeke Denton, as well as Jeremy Hatcher. The offensive line doing a good job of blocking that time to allow the gain. 3rd and 6.
Third down for the Ironman shotgun formation. Drops back to pass. He's looking. He goes to throw, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. That's going to be a sack by the Burns Bulldogs.
That's number 23 again. Oh, Little John. Armani Littlejohn.
That penalty is gonna nullify it because were not 7 men on the line of scrimmage. When that player ran out there, he did not make it to the line of scrimmage. And the rules say you got to have 7 men on the line of scrimmage, and it is an illegal formation.
And that's a bummer for East Gaston because they literally just converted the first down on a perfectly executed punt. A fake punt, and now all they want to get nullified and go right back, and now it's giving Shelby better field position.
And that had nothing to do with the play, but the old football coach in me, when that guy ran out there, I said he didn't get to the line of scrimmage. And the rules say you've got to have at least 7 on the line of scrimmage, and they only had 6. You might not know it, but you can have 9. You can have 10 on the line of scrimmage, but you got to have at least 7.
Yeah.
And that's a shame because it was a great fake.
Perfectly executed right there.
And again, it was away from where the penalty was, but that's just the way it goes. Golden line, a lot of pressure, and this is a nice punt caught by Man, and he's, what a great move, and he's on the left sideline. He's going to go out of bounds at about the 39-yard line. That was a nice 10-yard return for Man on a punt that was about 40 yards. I've been impressed by this punter. He's got a 43-yard and a 40-yard punt.
As a punter, something you want to do is flip the field, and he's doing a really great job at doing that. Man Collins just had a 10-yard return. Man Collins has a good return. I think he averages around 12 a return, but now Shelby is set up, 1st and 10, getting ready to score. He tried to score on that 4th drive. That first 3 drives ended in touchdown, so we're trying to see what they do on the 4th one.
So Golden Line's going to have the ball about the 39-yard line. Hand off to
Jonas
Woods, and he's going to get about 6, maybe 7.
A flag on the play.
I thought I saw something over there, and I'm afraid it is a flag. And where that was thrown, it's probably going to be a hold. Yep, it is going to be a holding penalty, and it looks like the holding penalty is going to be about 3 yards up the field. So Woods will get credit for about a 4-yard gain, and then the 10-yard penalty.
4th penalty on Shelby so far in the second quarter. Last week they had 13, but only 4 so far. Last week in the first half they only had 3. So again, Shelby has to do a better job at limiting penalties. I know the first one of the penalties was on a kickoff, and then another one was on a kickoff return to start the game out. So it's something that kryptonite.
So Farmer flips it out to the left to number 3, and that run's going to be all the way up to the 45-yard line. And I'm sorry, sports fans, I don't do play-by-play, and I'm not very good at remembering who our own players are, and I apologize. That's J.J. Williams, number 3, and that was a nice little pass out. He's going to pick up about 10, and it's going to be 2nd down and 4.
J.J. Williams had a good game so far. 2 touchdowns, have been one of Land's favorite targets, and honestly, besides him and Roseboro, really hasn't been anyone involved in the pass game, but Williams has to continue to do a good job at that.
Snap out to Farmer. Farmer's over the middle, and that's caught by, that's going to be a touchdown. That was a perfect throw to Lorenzo Roseboro, and he caught it in stride and took it in. Wait a minute. There is more laundry on the field.
You've got 1, 2, 3.
That was a good pass by Land Farmer, even though it was going to come back, and he rolled out left. Lorenzo Roseboro was coming like he was running the dig route, and Lorenzo Roseboro had good yards out the catch. It ended up taking it for a touchdown, but again, it's going to get nullified.
Did they signal what the penalty was?
I feel like it had to be one of the receivers who wasn't on the line of scrimmage. And
yeah, it must have been, again, an illegal formation, and that 5-yard penalty is doubly dangerous because that took away a 55-yard touchdown pass.
It would have been Shelby's 4th touchdown of the game on all 4 drives. Shelby's offense has been really good tonight. Majority of the pass, something we wanted coming in because...
Jagar, I'm sorry to interrupt, but they signaled ineligible man downfield. And you cannot go more than 3 yards downfield. And so it was either a lineman that went 3 yards downfield, or perhaps one of the receivers was covered and he went downfield. Either way, it's going to wipe out a touchdown pass. It's going to be 2nd down and 9. Snap back to Farmer. Farmer rolling to his right. He makes another perfect pass, and that feet slipped out from under him. Was that J.J. Williams again?
No, it was Roseboro on that one.
Again, Roseboro. It's hard. These old eyes having a hard time seeing.
Just a rollout boot naked by Land Farmer. Good job by him. Just seeing Lorenzo Roseboro coming out on the deep out route, and Lorenzo Roseboro tried to keep his feet in bounds. And
nice throw, nice catch, and it's another first down. And the first down sponsor would go to guard at Kings Mountain. And our penalty sponsor, Shelby Heating and Air of Shelby. Hey, we've had 6 penalties on the golden lines. 1st and 10 on the 47 of East Gaston. Plenty of time. Now the pocket breaks down, and Land rolls out to the right and throws it almost in the first row of the bleachers. So, again, lots of time, but nobody came open, and Land made kind of the senior quarterback decision, rolled out to the right, tossed it out of bounds. There's 2:04 left in this first half. Shelby leads 21-0 on your Milwaukee Mr. Sparky scoreboard, and they are on the East Gaston 48-yard line.
this is an important drive for Shelby. Shelby wants to score because East Gaston gets the ball coming out of halftime, and if Shelby scores, it'll be their 4th drive and their 4th touchdown. So Shelby needs to utilize this opportunity to go up 28 before the half.
2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Fake to Woods. He's got an open man, and that is Raper. And Raper's going to be all the way down to the 25-yard line. Do we see another flag?
I think we'll get an eligible man downfield.
Another ineligible man downfield. That's 2 times now. And again, that's the 6th penalty on the golden lines, and the last 2 were ineligible man downfield. And again, what's happening is Farmer is taking a lot of time to get the ball off, and the offensive linemen just have to understand you can't go downfield. So 2 5-yard penalties have wiped out a touchdown and about a 25-yard gain. So 1:55 left. Again, Shelby Heating and Air of Shelby, our penalty sponsor. And unfortunately for the Golden Lions, Shelby Heating and Air has been getting a lot of playtime. So 2nd down and 15. The ball is now on Shelby 48. Snap back to Farmer. He's got time. Now the pocket breaks down. He's going to roll to his right. Again, open receiver, and that's man Collins. And the people in the press box are claiming that a Shelby offensive lineman was downfield, but the officials didn't see it that time. So that will be a first down, the 8th first down of the night, and that ball is down to the 19-yard line, caught by man Collins. He did a nice job finding the open place, and then Land Farmer did a great job finding it.
Yeah, pockets was collapsing, and Land Farmer did a great job at evading pressure, getting outside, and throwing it to Emmanuel Collins, and Emmanuel Collins gets Shelby 15-yard line.
3 receivers bunched to the right, and Farmer again, pocket broke down, and while he was starting to be
timeout, Cherville.
All right, we're going to take this.
pass. So 1:02 left in this first half. Golden Lions have it 2nd down and 10 on the East Gaston 18-yard line. Trying to score here to go up by 4 touchdowns. Going to be 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Running back in the backfield, is that still Woods?
Yeah.
So Woods still a running back. He's to the right of Farmer. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Signal's being barked out, and he's going to hand the ball to Woods, and Lord have mercy, there was nothing there. That didn't fool anybody. It was a 2-yard loss. That's going to make it 3rd down and 12, and Shelby, I think, is going to take their first time out of the night, and we'll take it with them here on KTC Broadcasting.
There were even 4 kids headed back to school.
He had to get to the 19, not sure where he got to.
I don't think he got it.
Let's see it. Nope. He did not get it. Stop short. Burns takes over on down.
Yeah, great job there. These interior linemen had Bo Harrell in there. Good to see him play a little defense. Right up front there, several other guys there was able to make that stop, and good job there. Good little fourth down stand there for Burns.
Burns
So
Bulldogs will
they
take
finally
over.
stopped
after
Proctor,
the
and then, terrible
Ironmen do
defense.
not convert on fourth down. Burns will take over at about the 20-yard line. 3:18 left on your No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky scoreboard.
Find a wide open Kendrick Raper, and that's going to be a 20-yard touchdown pass. Nice touch on that one, would you say? Tell us a little bit what you thought about that play, Jakari.
Again, the seams were wide open, and Shelby's doing a really great job at exploiting the weaknesses in the defense. Land Farmer with great touch and layered the ball over that underneath defender to find Kendrick Raper. Kendrick Raper has been really good at receiver. He's a kind of a do-it-all guy. Jack of all trades, can line up at defensive back, caught the interception. Just caught a touchdown, was at quarterback full play, doing his own reads. I mean, he can provide so much for our offense, and I'm glad she'll be utilizing the talent like that.
Snap good, kick up, and that's good. And again, we just had a Nunder Stackson bookkeeping touchdown and a Hojo Power Sport point after touchdown. We'll be back after these messages here on KTC Broadcasting.
Find out why more and more folks are going to Butler's Tire and Auto Repair in Kings Mountain for all of their automotive needs. With fall and winter coming soon, head to Butler's Tire and Auto Repair and have your vehicle checked over. Get your oil changed, get a new set of tires, check those brakes, and they are in North Carolina.
From here at Allen Stadium at Chase High School, as the Trojans are trailing right now on the Raymond James scoreboard by a score of 6-22 in favor of East Burke Cavaliers. But the Trojans are threatening right now. They're inside the 25-yard line of East Burke with 2:23 remaining in the Maple Bledo second quarter. So we're going to have to see what the Trojans got up their sleeve here with actually a 2nd and 10 from the 22-yard line. So we have trips to the left, split to the right, back offset to the left, and that's Boyce in. And he's ready to take the snap. Tipton is. He's giving a hard count, and Buddy hands it off. No, he keeps it himself, and he turns it up and runs it. Good read, Coach. That was actually a good read. I mean, he had the receiver wide open, but there was nobody in his green grass.
And all the defenders went for the running back.
Absolutely, they sure did. So that was a good job by Tipton. He keeping the ball. He carried it for about 7, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 3 for the Trojans here, under 2 minutes remaining in the Maple Bledo second quarter. So here we go. We've got trips to the right, split to the left. We're close to the left hash as Tipton's getting the signal inside. And I'd let that clock run as far as I could before I took that snap. And it is snap back. He's prepared to throw, and he throws out to number 7. And it hit him right in the chest, but he had an arm bar across his chest as he was coming down. And, before the ball got there.
That's going to be a Carolina Auto Finance penalty.
And that's be a pass interference there, I believe.
I thought he almost caught it.
He did almost catch the ball. I thought he made a really incredible play. I thought that was going to be one of them one-handers that they pull in, you know.
Did it? Yeah, it hit him in the hands, but he was getting soufflexed the whole time.
Well, he had that his right arm was, pinned up against him, so he couldn't get it up. And then that left hand, I thought, almost pulled it in. So that's going to bring the ball all the way down to the 6-yard line of East Burke, where it's David Narr's first down for the Trojans. And that looks like a reverse. He rolls back, but they had to belly back so far, it's handed to number 4. And he just didn't have enough speed to be able to get to the corner.
They hit him just as soon as he got the handoff. That made him bubble back.
Unfortunately, Coach, they lost all the way back to the 14-yard line. That's going to make it a whole lot tougher because that's going to bring up a 2nd and goal from the 14. So here we go. Tipton back, trips to the left. He's prepared to throw. He's looking up, and he throws, and is intercepted by number, is that 6 or 8 or 9? I can't tell.
Of experience, knowledge,
Couple changes for the Chargers. That is James Battle, one of the return men, as you mentioned, Rob, number 18.
Having a good year for the JV team.
Yep, he certainly is. Here is the kick, and this is a much better kick. Battle is the return man. He's got it at the 40. He's got some room on the outside, 35, 30, 25, still on his feet to the, oh, he takes a nasty hit around the 11. He gets flipped completely over, but you know, you can talk about how good the defense has been. The offense has been great, but I tell you, special teams has been pretty solid as well for Crest.
Absolutely.
We're going to have a first and goal again for the Chargers at the 10 after the return from Battle. So the Chargers come back out. Eli Hamrick, it looks like this time, Rob, he's got Edwards back there again. And they're going to go with Pluto with a little pass, and he is going to cruise into the end zone. Pluto Surratt, Bavarius Surratt, the senior. And that's a third touchdown pass of the night, a 10-yarder. And another Wolfman Woods Disc Golf Club touchdown for the Chargers. It is 41-0 Crest. And it has happened fast tonight for the Wildcats.
Yeah, well, just a phenomenal job by this Crest team here tonight, doing what you needed to do.
Levi Jones in now for his first extra point attempt. There's a snap, kick is up, and that kick is good, providing electrical services and contracting across the region. On the Fountain Electric scoreboard, it's now Crest 42, North Gaston nothing. This is KTCBroadcasting.com.
Since 1968.
.45. Distance on the PAT. I wonder what they're going to do. Just kick it. Say Lincoln's just a little out of sorts after that big win last week. Maybe the Mayfield injuries kind of.
Yeah, well, he's not the only one, but he isn't playing at all. The others have tried to come in. So I see what Coach was saying is you'll be able to tell who's missing. And everybody else here can tell as well. 27-14, the James River Equipment PAT is up. And got under it a little bit, but it went through. So with 16 seconds to go in a half, it is Kramer 28, Lincolnton 14.
Looking for new.
It's not like it was.
TCM Mechanical.
This time kicks it off, and the return man for North Gaston is Kyan Cameron. He's going to be taken down right around the 20-yard line. All Crest leading at 42-0 at the 7:21 mark of the second quarter on our Fountain Electric scoreboard. So great to have you along with us tonight. And the Chargers have scored on all 6 possessions, and they have only run 12 plays in this game. That's a remarkable one of the storylines here of this first half. So North Gaston will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20. In the shotgun here is the snap handoff. Got a little bit of room this time, and the ball got loose, but they're going to say that the runner, Donovan Thorne, was down after a gain of a couple. Senior night, as we mentioned here at Crest High School. So it'll be 2nd down and 8 for North Gaston after a short first down gain. Here is the handoff, and Thorne's on the outside. He's breaking tackles, and he's going to get a nice gain and a first down across the 30 to the 32 And that is a Me Pueblito's first down for the Wildcats.
Ironmen are set to receive the kick after the field goal from Burns, extending the lead to 17-0 over the Ironmen on the No Malarkey Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Like I said, 13 seconds left in the half as the Ironmen set to kick off. Ironmen set to return the kickoff after the Burns field goal.
Yeah, that ball was kicked very well by Landon Hull there for Burns. So 17-0 could have been a lot worse.
Yes, sir.
They had to give credit to the Cherokee defense making some plays when they needed to. And, so it keeps the offense from Burns to 3 points instead of 6. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yes, sir, that is a good thing as the Burns Bulldogs set to kick it off with
And on the other side for Shelby, they have 11 rushing attempts for 78 yards. Their passing is 16 attempts, 10 completions, 215 yards, and 4 touchdowns by Lamb Farmer. 293 yards total for Shelby offense. 0 turnovers, which is really good. 11 first downs, 6 penalties for 40 yards. And for individual stats for Shelby, Jaden Williams, 1 rush attempt for 1 yard. Jonas Woods, 5 rushing attempts for 57 yards. Julius Brooks, 2 rushing attempts for 5 yards. Kendrick Raper, 1 rushing attempt for 2 yards. Lamb Farmer, 2 rushing attempts for 13 yards. For Shelby passing, Lamb Farmer has 10 completions for 16 attempts, 215 yards, and 4 interceptions with 0 interceptions. Receiving, J.J. Williams has 4 catches, 94 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Lorenzo Roseboro has 2 catches for 30 yards and 1 touchdown. Madman Emmanuel Collins has 1 catch.
Attaboy, Chris Cogdell. Get yourself a win tonight.
There might be other
Coyote
Coyote tractor dealers in the area.
Lawndale. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
All right, folks, we got some games going to halftime, some games getting away. We're going to let Chip and Dennis go over some scores right now while I tweet out the scores to our announcers out in Scoreland. So we're going to get out some scores. We'll do some highlights and more here. Pretty much this is kind of at halftime, so we'll get through the highlights and show you all the scores from the first half action here in just a minute. All right, Chip and Dennis, I'll turn it over to you guys and let y'all kind of go over what's going on tonight.
Dennis, before Will gets here and we make things complicated, let's just do half and half, okay? So, all right. We've got Burns leading Cherryville 17-0 right now. Kramer leading Lincolnton 28-14. Shelby, motivated Shelby, shutting out East Gaston 28-0. Somebody was being silly on Max Preps and said North Gaston got a safety, but we've heard on the broadcast, we have heard him say 42-0, Chargers winning over North Gaston right now. And Chris Cogdell's return to chase. Chris Cogdell's East Burke Cavaliers leading the Trojans 22-6. We've got East Lincoln at 21, Hickory 17. No, you're good. I'm sorry. 21-17. Watauga leading Alexander Central 21-7. It's St. Stephen's over McDowell 28-8. No update yet on Freedom and South Caldwell or Mitchell at Mountain Heritage. Hendersonville up big on Avery County 51-6. We have no news on Madison at Charles D. Owen and Swannanoa this evening. Ashbrook leading Forest View 14-6. No score yet. West Lincoln at Highland Tech. South Point at halftime, I believe, leading Kings Mountain 8-0. It's High Brighton leading RS Central 24-20. South Stanley shutting out Thomas Jefferson 35-0. And the Mountain Island Charter Raptors lead Bonnie Cone 24-0.
All right, we have the South Iredale Vikings and the Statesville Greyhounds. Statesville up 35-7 over South Iredell. We have the Lake Norman Wildcats versus the North Iredell
Raiders.
49-7 Lake Norman. We have the Mooresville Blue Devils 21-3 over Davie County. No score yet from AC Reynolds.
We'll start getting updates from those mountain scores for you, Dennis.
Yeah, okay. And the North Buncombe Buccaneers. We do have Roberson Rams 21 and the Inca Jets 0. And Chip, find that Inca score. I know you're going to be interested in that. It's 0-0 right now.
The Irwin score?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
We have the Drone Wildcats. This is not a mistake, folks. Drone 26, West Caldwell 10. Let's hear it for the Drone Wildcats. All right. We've got the Newton Conover Red Devils 21, West Iredell 13. We do not have a score on East Rutherford or Patton yet. Please, if you know that score, give us a call. Let us know.
Keep going, Dennis. I've got several score updates when you finish.
You got it.
Keep going. You're good.
Maiden Blue Devils 7, Brandy 7. We got the Ford Tigers 6, Bunker Hill 0. We've got the North Rowan Cavaliers 14, North Stanley 7. We've got the Corvian Community Cardinals 13, the Community School of Davidson 7. We've got the North Lake Norman Charter Knights 28, the Langtree Prep Lions 12. We've got no score for Pine Lake Prep and Christ the King. We've got the Albemarle Bulldogs up 17-14 over the Union County Cardinals, and the Brevard Blue Devils are up 28-14 over the West Henderson Falcons. No score yet on Elkin and West Wilk. Chip, take it away.
All right, got some updates, Kevin, for you as well. A lot of our 0-0 games should be taken care of here. AC Reynolds leading North Buncombe. The Blackhawks trail 33-0 to the Rockets. Mountain Heritage leads Mitchell 18-6. Apparently neither team has a kicker. TC Robertson, we've got that score already. Owen.
No, Chip, you're wrong. That's actually 8 field goals.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. They've either got no kickers or they got really good kickers, one or the other. Madison losing to Charles D. Owen 15. Owen leading 15-0. Take a picture of this while we can, boys. Irwin's leading Asheville 21-7.
This may be your year.
Yeah,
Chip.
we'll see. Keep our fingers crossed. Hendersonville up big, 51-6. You've got East Rutherford shutting out Patton 21-0 right now. You've got High Brighton has extended their lead 31-20 on RS Central. North Stanley has taken the lead on North Rowan 20-14.
What did you say it was?
20-14. I'm sorry for
North Stanley.
North Stanley, yes.
20-14
yes.
over North Rowan.
Yes, that's correct. And that's our updates that we have right now. I think that takes a lot of those 0-0 scores off. I don't have anything for Freedom and South Caldwell yet. Let's see if I can find something on that.
You want to give me that Inca score again, Chip?
Inca or Irwin? You're getting our rivals confused there. You're that Irwin. Irwin's leading Asheville 21-7 right now. Inca getting shut out right now by TC Robertson 21-0. AC Reynolds shutting out the North Buncombe Blackhawks 33-0.
I figured you'd like the fact that Inca, your next door neighbor, is scored 0
points. You want that one as well.
A little reverse psychology.
That's right. Well, right now I'm just concerned. I'm surprised and grateful to see our Irwin Warriors lead, or my Irwin Warriors lead Nashville.
This would be 2 in a row.
It would be. Yes, it would. So they it's had a slow start to the season, but keep an eye on some of these other scores as well. See if we can get. Surprised we don't have an update for West Lincoln and Highland Tech. So let's see if we can do some research on that.
Yeah, that should be an interesting score.
I would think.
I would think West Lincoln's probably winning that one.
I would think they're certainly motivated. They got some heavy hearts, and they want to go out there and perform well and honor Terry Reinhardt. I know for sure.
Normally we'd call Terry and get an update.
Yeah.
But, I don't think our long distance.
He's got the best seat in the house, though, Dennis. That's for sure.
Well, and real quick, I originally had that, folks, as down that it's at Highland, and then it says on West Lincoln's it's a neutral game. at the top of the page. Then at the bottom it says at Wesleyan. So I'm guessing they're at West. I'll switch the artwork here in a little bit. But either way, we don't have the score.
I was going to say if they're playing at Highland Tech, the kicker won't matter.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they did put up a net on the Woodside, Dennis. You still got to kick it on top of the school, but they did get that part at least fixed. Let's see. I'm gonna get these scores out to everybody, to all of our announcers, folks. We're gonna send it back out to the field right now. Our closest game, right now on our broadcast, Kramer and Lincoln is 28-14, with Kramer leading the Lincoln Wolves, and then Burns 17-0 over Cherville. Cherville can't get nothing going. Had some weird turnovers in this game. It's gonna be a weird game for the announcers to talk about and listen to those guys. It's gonna be kind of interesting to hear from them on that one.
Well, that Hickory East Lincoln game has been back and forth.
That's kind of what
right
we thought
now,
it might be. Yep.
It's East Lincoln 21, Hickory 17, and that's for, you might say, the conference showdown, which really doesn't matter anymore with the RPI stuff.
Right.
But if Hickory could pull this off, they would probably gather the top RPI out of that conference and thus have home games, although East Lincolnton would probably be having home games since they're picking the top 8 teams, as you guys talked about on the pre-game show.
Yep. We're trying to see if we can find some of these. I want to try to fill in some of these that these 0-0 games, see if we can get some news on them.
Well, you've got Elkin, you've got Pine Lake Prep. Let's see who else is 0-0. West Lincoln, like you said.
No update yet. I'm still looking for that Freedom South Caldwell game. Thought we would have some. And what I'm surprised about not having anything with West Lincoln Highland Tech.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a shock.
We'll keep digging and see what we can find out. We got a lot of our scores from up the mountains filled in.
Let's see, Tom and Jawan. David and Scott. They need. Trying to send out the scores to everybody. Folks, if you want to see the highlights without us going through them, you can go to What's Up Shopper on Twitter and find all the highlights there. I'm about to scroll through them myself, actually. We're going to see some of these scores. We do have the highlights from that East Lincoln game. We're going to go out to that here in just a second. All right, let's see. All right, so we're going to do some on-air editing as we go through these, folks. So do bear with us as we try to get through.
Halftime, West Lincoln leads Highland Tech 39-6.
Okay.
39.
About what we expected.
We'll find. Let's see. Where's
39-6. West Lincoln. Also at halftime, Bunker Hill has taken the lead on Ford 7-6.
There you go. All right.
Halftime, East Lincoln 22, Hickory 17.
So East Lincoln did get the extra point on that. So 22-17. Mustangs lead. All right. So let's go through some highlights. All right. Let's see. We may have some audio too. We're going to start with a touchdown. Chris going up 7-0. That's right here. Majay Thompson. Patches and catch. And you're going to notice the theme tonight, guys. We've got some good highlights on some passes and catches tonight. So we should have a good show tonight, and defensive-wise as well. Speaking of highlights, catches, watch Ussery with this touchdown catch. Randy Mawson, the defender for Cherville.
Wow.
Into the corner of the end zone.
Little spinner.
7-0. Ussery on the catch. Whoop. Nice little play.
If you just got mossed.
Yeah, here's the Red Raiders entering the field. They lead 8-0 at halftime.
Does that score surprise you, Kevin?
Yes, I thought it was going to be like 30-30.
Yeah. I did not expect that to be a low-scoring affair.
That's what I was getting at. Was 8-0. Come on.
Here's Kings Mountain trying to throw it in the back of the end zone. Great defensive play.
Nice defensive play there in the last second.
Maybe that's why it's 8-0.
Yeah.
Watch this play.
Great concentration by that DB.
Oh, shoot. Having fun down at Kramer tonight. Did have an injured player for Kings Mountain, Samarian Dawkins. Don't know exactly what happened is. They had the card out there for him. Here's a South Point fumble and a scrum. Kings Mountain on the recovery. Another fumble near on the 1 yard line. And Kings Mountain recover, or South Point recovers. Kings Mountain was trying to score, and they fumbled. South Point with the recovery. They're arguing over touchdown or fumble. Kings Mountain wants the touchdown. South Point wants the fumble. Belmont, how do you think that call went there, Dennis?
Based on previous experience.
All right, how about Malachi Gamble with the 14-0 on the run here, off tackle. Let's see if they got them arguing here. Nothing much there.
Kings Mountain guy thinks it's a touchdown.
Yeah, I know. Michael Edwards, he scores. Just 21-0 Crest Chargers.
You know, rinse and repeat.
Looks like North Gaston brought all 14 fans tonight. Look at that.
Come on, Kevin. Who threw the ball?
Look at that. Great touchdown pass for Eli Hamrick, by the way. Threaded the needle.
And he's a
There's
great
like
quarterback.
15 people in the stands there.
I know, right?
University of Virginia recruit.
Yeah.
And Virginia is ranked in the top 25.
They're at North Carolina next week. I might be at that game. How about Pless? There's your touchdown.
North Carolina. You might be there. Their head coach might not be.
I'm going to have as many tackles as a starting middle linebacker. Me and Lawrence Taylor sitting up there in the stands.
If you've got any eligibility, you might be playing quarterback for Carolina.
I could throw a slant to our local boys.
Yeah.
I can actually right now. I can't throw a football.
You know,
I had a torn rotator cuff. I can't throw nothing.
You mentioned that earlier, but think about it. Who those receivers are. We've covered them all.
Yeah. Right. Chris Culliver, Javarius Green, and Kobe Pace are your receivers. Two of the three starters.
Hey,
Kobe's behind.
No offense against those receivers, but apparently the ACC's covering them pretty good this year too.
Yeah, ACC's got them covered. How about Crest spreading the ball around? Hamrick finds Romeo Sanders up over the middle with the little seam pass.
Romeo, where art thou?
Did he come off the tight end, or was that out of the backfield? Or
he was on the line. He was on the line.
He was down. So
yeah,
he was down. So we're going to call a tight end here. Slips right down the middle for touchdown. Safety missed the tackle. Touchdown, Chargers.
They went with him in the flat.
Another fumble in Belmont.
Surely not.
And Kings Mountain actually recovered it.
That big, slippery, and muddy.
Officials must have been at the concession stand or something.
That's part of your explanation right there why the score's so low. Looks like South Point just can't keep hold of the football. Long boom. That looks like Hickory from last year.
This is Hickory's first score of the night, going up 7-0 at East Lincoln.
Speaking of the South Point kicker from last year, where did Bird Whistle go? He ended up going somewhere.
I do not know the answer to that, Dennis.
All right.
You've inquired maybe.
All right, Mustangs. We talked about their defense maybe leaky. What's the DBs on this play? They're diving like it's Madden, and they're going to get like a super boost, like they're going to make it. So this one dives from the 22, lands on the 17 and doesn't make it. Then the other guy's like, you know what? I think I could do the same thing.
That looks fun.
Watch this. What is he diving?
What's he going for?
Whoops. Here's the dive to save the play.
7 yards away.
I got news for him. Those uniforms don't come with capes.
Well, yeah, no.
It looks like somebody just used the hit stick.
And if he was just trying to get dirty, he's on the AstroTurf, so it didn't work.
It looks like somebody just used the hit stick.
He did. That's what I'm saying. Somebody hit the square button twice on those two kids, and they dove for the play. But Jenkins with the touchdown. We'll like that one. Here, we show that later. How about a big catch? I don't know what happens here. We haven't seen it yet. So I'm going through the highlights. This is the first time I'm going through most of these folks, so I'm watching them new with you. That was fun, though, on the DBs diving for that tackles. Oh, there's your Randy Mosser. Let's see if we can get a little bigger on this. zoom in just touch. I hate when it sucks when they don't come right to us and they go the other side.
Yeah. Wow.
Good play there.
Climbed up for that one.
That might be that number 4 for East Lincoln, the one that does every pass. Dollar. How about see what this play is? No label. They coming in our house.
Right at
I like
us.
it when they come to us. Nice little down. That was Jackson Dollar. Nice little play there for Jackson. How about another play? East Lincoln taking chunks. Handoff up the middle. Running back down to the 19. And then there was a touchdown pass for Hickory. This made it 14-0. We say, folks, this is the first time we're seeing them, so.
Yeah. About to run out of time on the play clock.
I know that there's only 31 seconds on the highlight. Man in motion, come our way. Come our way. Nope.
Nope, other way.
side.
Oh, touchdown.
Let's see if we get let's see the replay. We'll start here now. Now that we know it takes 45 seconds for them to get this play off. How about
that was just a little lob.
Yeah, nice little play. That is Neeland, I think, is what it said. Gage Eichard for East Lincoln gets the first score for the Mustangs. They man up over here. They just threw a toss-up ball.
Oh, wow.
For the touchdown. No help from the safety here. He went the other way. Or he just stood still, basically.
Those jerseys are a broadcaster's nightmare, but I kind of like that gray.
I hate the gray.
You not a fan?
Ooh. How about that?
Wow.
Tyson Maggs, East Lincoln takes the lead 15-14 on the play. Watch the quarterback. I think he was in a little bit of trouble here before he got rid of this ball.
Oh, did he just get smoked?
That's what I was saying. And then the catch between the receivers. We'll go over this play a little bit.
He completed the pass.
Tonight.
That's why he's a Wake Forest recruit.
Well, okay, there you go. Dennis got the inside information where everybody's going to school. How about the Lincoln Wolves there in the field? They're down 28-14 at the half. This is a touchdown for Lincoln and taking a 7-0 lead. Kid's so little, you never saw him behind the referee. Somebody I need to tell OJ, tell that referee to get out of our way. We're trying to see the play here.
Speaking about Lawless going to Wake Forest, wouldn't surprise me if he took $1 with him.
Look at little 10 here trying to make headway on these linemen.
He doesn't give up.
So he's going to be double teamed here, and it's not going to work out.
I don't really think he needs to be.
No.
I think 55 took care
He got
of that.
double team blocked. Well, that was the running back. He didn't even get double teamed.
Oh, yeah, that was just running back.
Truck sticking him.
He did.
25-yard catch for the Wolves. 14-7.
The DB just gave up on that. He just stopped.
He figured there was no chance. I would rather him do that than die from 7 yards away
yeah,
like the East Lincoln
hit the hit
did.
stick on it.
Yeah, he got me.
Yeah,
Burnt toast. Another little floater, 14-14 for the Kramer Storm. Beautiful little pass. Upside down, this is the Shelby going line. I do have a remedy for this. Sometimes Twitter gets these things a little silly, so we have to go in and fix them. I do got a remedy. I just flip it upside down myself. So we'll look from the other side. Now, the words are going to be upside down. Oh, that's the wrong one. Let's see. No, 2. One of these has got to be right side up, don't they? There we go. All right, there's the video right side up. The words read Golden Line 7-0. So don't worry about the words right now. Nice pass from Farmer. He, of course, is now the Cleveland County's all-time leading passer. Huh. All right, let's scroll up to the next one and go back to regular view. All right, Dennis, little comment on this one. I know you're a Crest fan, but you know, of course, of Jim Taylor passed away last Friday. We announced a little bit, talked about it Friday night.
Yes.
Golden Lions tonight lined up in what was his offense favorite position. Full house backfield. How about that?
Wishbone?
I'll get it out. Wishbone, full house backfield. I'll get it out here shortly. But so that was in honor of him.
Not only him, but Don Pack, who was the middle school coach for years and years, used to run the old swinging gate play. That was his standout. This was Jim's, and it was very effective. Jim won championships with this play. Of course, Jim played at Franklin, came down to Gardner Webb. He and his brother, John, they both played there. Jim went to Polk Central and was the head coach there. And people wondered at the time why Jim left Polk Central and went to Shelby as an assistant. And it was one of those things where Pearlie had recruited him as his replacement. So he got a couple of years with Pearlie, and then he became the head coach. And so that's how Shelby has always sort of had their chain of succession going. Jim's funeral was today. Viewing Friends was yesterday. And his burial, I guess, was today or whatever. But his burial will be over near his home on Pleasant Ridge Church Road. He was buried at Pleasant Ridge Church. Funeral was at First Baptist, and the viewing was over at Cecil Burton's funeral home. So we got you covered, Shelby people.
Thank you, Dennis. We'll talk about, of course, a little bit on the postgame show. Let Steve say a little bit about that.
I would have loved to hear Jeff's commentary on that first play too. It's something I'm sure he was fond of.
Hopefully he calls in a little bit. Michael Edwards, 35-0 on this touchdown run for the Chargers. We'll get some audio back going.
He is, I believe, a Queen City Bowl player this year. 2 Shrine Bowl players, who is the limit. You can only have 2 players. So Michael's playing in the Queen City Bowl. Hopefully that'll get him an opportunity to be seen by some colleges.
This is Colton Pryor for the Bulldogs, taking a 14-0 lead on the Cherryville Ironman. Right up the middle. And then how about Namaje Thompson now 49-0 over North Gaston for the Chargers.
The only thing that concerns me about this game, it's senior night. Kevin, Crest had 22 seniors tonight. That brings up the question, what about next year? Good news for that is they have some very good younger players. Brock Melton is a junior. He could come in and play quarterback or tight end or defensive back or whatever you need. They have some very good young linemen coming up, and the young men over at the junior high school have some good size. So Crest is looking to reload, not just fade away for a few years and then build back.
We'll update 49-0 Crest. Shelby 42-0. We'll go. Let me show you those highlights for Shelby here, how they got there. It was 28-0. This is the last score you guys saw. And then this made it 35-0. Emmanuel Collins touchdown. And then 42-0, Collins again with this touchdown.
Did you catch that, Kevin? 15-0 South Point.
Breaking news for you folks listening at home. South Point Red Raiders take a 15-0 lead on Cleveland County's Mountaineers.
Now, Crest has already defeated South Point.
Okay.
They do play Ashbrook next week in a showdown, although Ashbrook is a 6A school, Crest is a 5A school. And then the final game of the season, regulation, Crest plays Kings Mountain at Kings Mountain. So this is the last Crest home game. They go on the road to Ashbrook and to Kings Mountain.
All right, here's the field goal from Hickory. This made it 17-14 Red Tornadoes. And then East Lincoln answers right before the half. 22-17 is the score at halftime. Mustangs lead the Red Tornadoes.
And
open drag, backside drag across the middle there.
While these two teams are in the same conference, let's just go ahead and say it. Conference doesn't matter with the RPI.
We've been making that argument. Oh, yeah, you're right,
Yeah.
Dennis.
With the RPI, it's where you're seated. And I think you guys were maybe talking about it on the pregame show. 8 teams will get a bye in the first round.
This is South Point going up 15-0 on Kings Mountain. Plus, up the middle again. If you folks are familiar with the Red Raiders, this is the old fullback dive position. Plus, he'll be the guy that gets 25, 45 carries tonight. However,
That's not a new play for South Point.
No, they've run that one like 9,000 times before. We just saw the highlights from East Lincoln, Crest, East Gaston as well. Kramer and Lincoln, 28-14, and then Burns and Cherville is back on right now. It is now 24 to nothing. Bulldogs lead.
Quick update. The opposite corner, Kevin. The Bucking Elks are not bucking very well tonight. They are getting shut out by West Wilkes 41 to nothing.
Shoo!
They're getting bucked.
Yeah, yes, indeed. And that's the last I'm gonna say about that. That's a broadcaster's career's worst nightmare right there.
FCC is listening.
That's right.
All right, folks, we're going to send it out to one of the games. Let's start off with Kramer and the Lincoln Wolves. See how it's going on out there.
The defender out of the way. But it's fourth down now. Do we see Jake Harms? Because the ball's at the 19, 17 yards is 36. He's got more than enough leg. And there he is, looking to go for his first field goal of the season. What was he, 0-1 or?
Yeah, I think I had
0-1. So he's looking for his first made field goal of the year. And it'll be a 36-yard attempt. Taylor to hold. Snap. Hold. Kick is up. It's got enough leg. And it's good. So Harms with his first made field goal. And on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, it's now Stuart Kramer 31, Lincolnton 14.
The Make This the Summer event is underway at Abernathy.
Got a tight end to the right, three receivers to the left.
And Boyce is running down the sidelines inside the 30-yard line all the way down to the 27, and that's going to be
another David Norris for district attorney first down.
And the Trojans are on the move. Yeah, they need to probably go 4 downs just about wherever they're at now.
Yes.
Unless it's like 4th and 20 or something.
Or back on your own 20 coming out or something like that.
So here we go. First and 10 for the Trojans.
Double slots.
Got a double slot, and ball's back to Tipton, and he's prepared to throw. And he throws it out to a flag pattern out to the side, and it's just a little bit far over the wrong.
John. Yeah, I think there's a problem there because when Trojan turned outside, he slowed down a little bit.
He did, and that probably made the difference. He ran a good route.
He did.
And that would have been 6 points if he could have pulled that one in, but he did slow down when he turned out.
He was angling for the front pile.
He got it. Yeah,
well, the quarterback's thrown to the back pile.
You know, and I've coached receivers, and I told him I'd have had no business coaching receivers, but I told him when you make that plant, you got to sprint out of that thing. Here we go. We got Tipton with the ball again, and he's rolling to his left, and he's tackled out of bounds, and like way out of bounds. I do not understand why there was not a flag thrown about that. There is a flag on the play.
It is a Carolina Auto Finance penalty. It's holding against Trojans.
Yes, sir, but that should have been an unnecessary roughness out of bounds because that boy tackled him and hung on to him and threw him down past the tarp that they have here on the sideline. Yeah, there's no sense in that.
That's going to be second down.
Should have been offset. Should have been offset and penalty.
Right. Like he injured his elbow a little bit. He's trying to shake it out.
So that's bringing up a second, and it looks like 20 for the Trojans. It's like I said, turnovers and penalties and drop passes have been the story tonight for the Trojans. Ball's handed off to Boyce. He bounces to the left, and he's off to running. But if he would have turned inside of number 4 on that,
there's the penalty for late hits.
They had to throw that one because the other one was so bad. But, you know, if he would have turned back, he might have had a chance to score.
Probably did. There's nobody that's the safety's on the other side of the corner. That's going to be a Carolina Auto Finance penalty. That should bring the ball up to about the 15.
Well, that's actually going to be a what? It's going to be automatic. That's right. David Norris.
I'm sorry, Coach.
For district attorney.
We've not got
first
there
down.
yet, though.
But he's getting there. He's getting there. That's an automatic with a
That's gonna
personal
be
foul.
from the 24, should be 12-yard line.
Let's see what happens.
Coach, now it is a David Norris for district attorney first down.
But it's on the 13-yard line. They shorted you
They
one.
didn't count right.
So here we go. Trojans moved all the way down into the red zone, and they are preparing, hopefully, to go in the end zone. We got a slot left, slot right. Boyce is to the left of Tipton, and the ball's back. Tipton prepared to throw, and he throws a little screen, but they had to throw it short because he had the linebacker there, number 40 for the Cavaliers, Daniel Cook, who made the charge.
Coach, if you'd thrown it to him, number 50 is right there going to make the hit, too. So it was just a good play for East Burke, actually.
Yes, sir. So we've got actually two Cooks on the field for East Burke, but Daniel Cook is their leading tackler by far. So he's the aggressive player for them on their team. So here we go. Back to Tipton. He's going to throw, and he throws a little screen to the middle. And if he could have got those linemen to block somebody right there, they didn't have it too, he could have scored.
Right.
But he gets tackled right about for a 1-yard loss there, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 11. They can still get a first down. They can still get a first down without scoring.
Hey,
but
they're sending off the corners on.
Yeah, we should have got some blocking right
he's
there.
He's going to get out of the pocket somehow.
I almost felt like that the linemen were looking back to see if he caught the ball.
Right.
Here we go, and as he gets across the inside,
interception.
that ball is tipped, and then it's intercepted by number 3 for the Cavaliers.
That is Kendall Cook.
And that is Kendall Cook. So that, unfortunately, is the same story we saw in the first half.
Right. Just mistakes, which is, like I said, turnovers on this situation. Penalties almost cost them again, but they overcame the penalties and just making little mistakes here and there.
Well, that one right there, I mean, it was a little high pass, but it got tipped, and then the old tip drill came into play. Cook made a good play on the ball, and
Isaiah Ball when he
just had a guy in reverse and
Yeah.
send him backwards.
Yeah, he gets after it out there on the football field, doing a great job on that offensive line. And it's Dixon, and he's going to take a look at the offensive coaches, get a little instructions there. And now gives some instructions there to Dawkins, puts him on his right hip. Claps the hands. Dawkins will try it left side through a little crease, shifty little run, still on his feet, falls forward. And he's going to be marked down. I thought he got more, but they're going to give him about 6. Still good gainer on first down. 2nd and 4.
Yeah, good block there, Mason Brawley, to help pave the way for Dawkins.
So 2nd down 4. As Dixon looks over to the sideline again. Clock running down to 6:09 on your Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. Burns in control, 24-0, and now inside Cherryville territory, inside their 35. As Burns taking their time to get the play in, they're down to 10 seconds on the play clock. Here they go, double wide receivers right. Dawkins on the left hip of Dixon. Dixon claps the hands. He's going to throw it. He's got time. He zips a pass off the hands of Wells and incomplete.
Yeah, had Wells across the middle. Looks like it was contended a little bit by 5 for Cherryville.
I think he just missed him by about half a yard.
Yeah.
I think he just maybe led him just a little bit too far, and it'll be 3rd down and 4. So Dixon lines up his guys. Gives a little instruction to the offensive line. Now drops back in the shotgun. Again, it's Dawkins in there at tailback. 2 wide receivers right. Dawkins will get the call. Right side. There he goes. Takes on a tackler. Rumbles to the 21-yard line. That's another Falston Pharmacy first down. Give him 11 more yards.
Yeah, Dawkins coming in and running the ball good. The sophomore showing some flashes there.
So to the 20-yard line, give him actually 12, I believe. He's up to 35 yards rushing. So he's got a quick little burst through the middle and reading the holes very well so far. Now Burns is all the way at the edge of the red zone. Looks like the ball just on the 20-yard line. Man comes in motion. It's Usry, and it's going to be Dawkins again. Right side through a crease, and he's got 10 more and another Falston Pharmacy first down.
Yeah, took it right side this time.
And move the sticks again. This has been the Dawkins show on this drive. And I tell you what, man, it's a luxury to be that deep at tailback. You know, Davis down, Pryor down. You got Dawkins in here, 4 carries, 45 yards, first down, back-to-back first downs on the last 2 carries. And now it's going to be first down and goal from the 10.
See if we
Triple
go back
wide
to Dolphins here.
Triple wide receivers to the left. And did they jump off? No, they got back. So Dixon now more instructions to the offensive line. He'll drop back again. Dawkins in a little pistol. They fake to him. I think we got a false start against Burns. Their first Putnam Distributors penalty of the second half.
Yeah, it'll back them up 5. 4 minutes, 23 seconds left in this third quarter.
Boy, first downs, 14 for Burns, 4 for Cherville. Kind of indicative of the dominant performance of Burns in this half. So Dixon looking over there, getting some instructions. 4:23 left to go here in the third. And once again, Brian White, thanks for the updates. Chris Cogdell's East Burke Cavaliers lead 30-6. And we got a timeout, Burns. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for a romantic getaway, or maybe I should say the right proposal? Then you are in luck. From will you to where to, here at Wright's Jewelry and Enchanted Memories Travel with Katie Harris, we have your perfect option. October 7th through the 11th. Pick out any in-stock engagement ring and you will receive a travel voucher to propose or spend on your honeymoon. See Facebook for details.
There might be other Coyote tractor dealers in the area, but there is only one that stands above the rest, and that's Weston Sales in Vail. There's a reason they have been one of the top-selling Coyote tractor dealers in America today. Some reasons could be quality of service, friendly people, and yes, price. They will not be undersold on a new Coyote tractor. There's one waiting for you, Coyote and Weston Sales, synonymous in the tractor industry today. See them at 110 Highway 18 North in Vail, online at westonsales.com. Like them on Facebook, too.
All right, back to live action. Dixon back, throws, end zone, jump ball. Did he come down with it? Incomplete.
Yeah, and pass intended for Usry out there. Had a couple guys cover him, kind of a jump ball situation.
And right there, you get to be one of the officials right there, that sideline view.
Yeah, good shots there.
So good shots, and of course, you know, they're down there for the highlight show. A lot of these touchdown plays you'll see on the Full Throttle Power Sports postgame show and on Saturday morning sports talk. Shock jocks, double wide receivers left. Second down and goal. It's going to be Dawkins. Tries to bounce it outside to the left. Cuts it back. Big hit, but he buries him right there at the, where's that, the 5-yard line? Man, that was a collision.
Yeah, took it left that time. A linebacker for Cherville put a smack down. What for that? He would have coasted into the end zone, but
man, well, he lowered his shoulder too. I mean, it was just a collision, and he was put down at the 5-yard line. Man, Dawkins able to get right back up though. Tough kid. Little pistol set again as Dixon's in the shotgun. Has the football. And Dawkins takes it right side. Is he in?
Looks like he's in, right?
Is he in? No signal yet. Touchdown, says the line. That's a numbers bookkeeping touchdown, 5 yards out. And I tell you what, Dawkins deserved that after he took the big hit, was able to get back up on that drive. I believe he had 1, 2, 3, 4 carries, including the touchdown. So great job by Dawkins coming in. A couple of tailbacks down. No let up with Dawkins in the game that series. And now for the on-the-go quick lube extra point, it's Sisk. Snap back, kick up. Kick is good. 31-0 Birds. We'll be right back.
Runs. South Point is now pulling ahead of Kings Mountain 28-0.
Oh, Kings Mountain, they're good, but not what you normally expect out of Kings Mountain.
Yeah, a little more up and down, I think, this year than previous.
So it's first and about 17. Ball back now on the 25-yard line. Phillips just keeps it, and Lincolnton strings the play out nicely. He might have gotten a yard out of the play, and that's about it. Good defense there, forcing them to go sideways instead of going straight forward.
Right, like it's not the triple option, but yeah, same sort of mentality. The wider that you can send them, keep your shoulders square, kind of stay within your gap as much as possible, force them wide. Yeah, they don't get much yardage. But good job there by number 10 for Lincolnton. Davon Jeffries makes the tackle from behind on that one. Like I say, I think they're all out now. I mean, a minute 30 to go here in the third quarter. They got to start sending people in and try to see if they can get a turnover.
Wide receivers to each side. Fortenberry in the backfield, breaks through the line, gets close to the original line of scrimmage. Fortenberry and Corkle now have 32 carries between them. And not many tackles for loss. I only see 2 or 3, a couple zeros, but only 3 tackles for loss for a Lincolnton team with 65 coming in. Hand off to Fortenberry again, goes around the left side. Good pursuit there. He tries to turn it back in, and they finally say that's enough. Again, Fortenberry just doesn't go down easy. Neither does McCorkle.
Yeah, they're kind of trying to take him low, and he kind of just pays attention to it, hops over him, and keeps on trucking, but coming up a little hobbled there. And you wonder now, yeah, they can let this clock run out. I think there's about a second or 2 difference. So this will bring us to the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, difference, and of course the announcers curse as soon as I say they haven't been lost. Tackles for loss. Lincolnton comes up with one immediately.
So what are you doing all game? You should get on there and tell them.
What can I say? So that's the end of the third quarter on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. It's Stuart Kramer 31, Lincolnton 14. You're listening to high school football on KTC.
Lineberger Stadium here in Belmont. Kings Mountain trying to get something positive off this drive, but it's been kind of frustrating for the offense. So 3rd and 9 for Kings Mountain. Bell back in shotgun. He drops back to pass, rolls to his right, tries to find an open receiver, throws it in coverage, and incomplete. Brings up a 4th down, and the punt team will come out.
Pass intended for Camp falls incomplete. Pruitt on the defense. We'll bring up 4th down.
South Point's done a really good job of coverage down the field.
Yeah, and I mean
they've doubled almost all of our receivers. I'm wondering, if we had Texas and Hopper here, how big of a difference that would have really made in the secondary.
Yeah, well, I mean the thing about it is that's a great point. It's a good punt.
Good punt. South Point will take it around the 45, up across the 50, 45, And he's going to get stopped right there.
It's going to be a block in the back on 14 for South Point.
Flag on the play.
I'm sure it would have made a little bit of a difference. The problem is, it's kind of like your main receiver. If you've only got one main receiver, then they can double cover him, which is what they're doing. I mean, we have got a couple guys open, but South Point's putting extra help over top over Xavier, and I don't blame them. I wouldn't let, knowing that 15's not playing, I wouldn't let 5 beat me, and they're not.
Personal foul against South Point. We'll mark the ball back to the 40-yard line.
So personal foul against the Red Raiders. It'll bring them all the way up to their own 40-yard line. They'll take over 1st and 10 from there. Traditional red bone double wing offense. Gives the pitch to the right side and nobody there to stop him. Across the 50, he's going to get run out of bounds around the 40-yard line.
I mean,
42-yard line for Spargo.
You know what gets me on this, Drew, is I know that Coach Carroll and the defensive staff prepared for that. I know they did. There is no way, none, that they prepared for a triple option offense and they didn't put somebody on pitch. And for whatever reason, our guy's not getting over there. Ever.
And official timeout number 2, that's Silas Tate's on the ground, and they'll tend to him. We'll step away. Stay with us. More Mountaineer football after this.
KMHS Sports is brought to you by Innovative Pool Design.
They're running the short side of the field, and Jaden's reading one guy. He's reading that cornerback or that defensive end. And
it's the all-out summer sales. $1,000 off 20.
All right, folks. Lincoln, excuse me, just scored, making it 31-21. We're going to leave it on that game for a little bit. That's the only competitive game we still have left on the broadcast. We're going to leave it there. And then at 9:45, we're going to sign off. We're going to come back and do some more highlights and update the scores, though, as we go, folks. We're going to try to keep you updated. We're going to leave you there with Lincoln and the Kramer Storm. 31-21 Storm lead over the Wolves.
At the Glen Oaks Golf Course.
And we'll come back to them in just a moment. I guess I could turn that off and listen that way. Y'all folks can't hear that. They can't hear that at home, but we can. And I'll send it out there. Final score, Shelby 42-6 over East Gaston. Roberson 41-0 over Inca. South Stanley 49-0 over Thomas Jefferson. And Lake Norman Wildcats 55-13 over North Iredell.
Looks like a cramp. Mari's not a small young man either, 282 pounds. I mean, you look down their roster here, you got a tight end at 252. Then you got linemen 256, 282, 284, 252, 320, and 359. That kid's only 5'11". Whew.
Yeah, like I said, we saw that last week. They were stout up front, both sides of the ball. And they can sub.
Trejo with a short kick. Gets down to the 20-yard line, picked up late there by Jaden Noley. For a second there, I thought the Lincolnton player was going to beat him to the kick before he picked it up. But Noley gets it to the 21-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Stuart Kramer there.
Well, we're finally hearing the Lincolnton crowd kind of get into it. Not a bad crowd over on the other side. To see their conference undefeated at the moment, Lincolnton Wolves. Backs against the wall here, but that's exactly what they need. You talk about a quick strike.
16 seconds.
16 seconds will do it.
77 yards, 16 seconds, one play drive.
Well, you don't turn the ball over, good things happen, but they've got to do something on this side of the ball. We'll see what they come up with here.
Hand off to McCorkle. Good job there by Lincolnton. Good penetration. Blew the play up. They're going to mark him about a 1-2 yard gain. Coach Engel's out on the field. He's not happy about something. The referee on the far side had to give him the get back on the sideline signal.
That's not the first time the officials told him to.
Yeah, I think he wants to suit up again. He's young enough to get away with it.
But, yeah, this is exactly what Lincolnton needs. Like I say, they're doing a little bit better job controlling some gaps. A little bit more size they put up front. I see number 57 is in Singletary for Lincolnton, trying to match up a little bit better here on the defensive front.
Hawkins out wide. Pitch goes back to Phillips, and that's no fault, no call. It sure looked like a horse collar. Phillips kept it, came towards this sideline.
I thought it was cool. I thought he had his jersey. Like I say, I didn't see his hand inside the collar.
But even if you pull the jersey from behind, it's okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's once you grab a hold of, like, basically the shoulder pads and you pull them back, then they're definitely going to call it. But it was right in front of the official. I don't see anybody really from Kramer coaching staff going crazy down there. So,
well, all the referees in the stands here didn't like the call. But they're now the ones holding on to the yellow laundry, so we don't care what they think.
Well, big third down here again. They've only thrown the ball twice, but to keep an eye on number 4, Hawkins.
And look like procedure there. Yep, they're going to call that. Illegal procedure on Kramer. So that pushes it back. What was 3rd and 9 is now going to be 3rd and 14. A little better this week. Only 3 penalties so far.
Yeah, we haven't seen many penalties.
It's not home cooking. It's just there haven't been a lot of penalties.
We've seen more yellow helmets on the floor than
that we have.
Than flags, and Engel's not going to like that. But they said still in 10 minutes. They're not out of this.
Do you have height on any of the players for Lincolnton?
Let me check here. I do.
The roster I have does not. I'm just wondering how big of a difference it is for Hawkins out there. Phillips looks, throws. It's tipped. Almost intercepted. Peyton Grooms doing like Chris Worster does, just kind of sit there, eyeing the quarterback, and he stepped in front of it, knocked it down. So only the fourth pass of the game, and it goes incomplete. We got another penalty?
Looks like it.
Because Engel's out on the field talking to the official. Yeah, they're going to decline it, so it's going to be 4th and 14, and they send Jake Harms onto the field to punt it away. Good news for Lincolnton. Quick 3 and out, and they've only used 2 minutes of the clock in the process.
Well, to answer your question as far as corners, other than Trayshad Lineberger, they got listed at 6'1" when he's healthy. Everybody else is about 5'9", maybe a 5'10" in there. But yeah,
so 6-7 inches difference.
Difference there, and it's
you'd think they'd go for it more.
Surprising they're not attacking him more.
Harms with a punt. Good one last time. This one's end over end, bounces at the 50, and oh, look at it go. It hit on the right point of the football on the right side, and he got 30 yards of roll on that. So about a 60-yard punt there, 30 in the air, 30 on the ground, and it'll be first.
That was number 46, Dalton, right?
Right.
So the Ironmen scored their first touchdown of the night, bringing the score to 31-6.
So coming in now, for the Gutter Guys, Gutter Guys of Kings Mountain, PAT should be Kerrigan snapping. Oh, they're going to go for 2. We're going to line up and go for 2. Why not? Work on the offense. So Jaden in the backfield with Truitt. I said Truitt. I'm sorry. With Pruitt, Landry. Now Jaden moves Landry back. Ball given to Pruitt to the left side, but nothing there as the whole right side of the Burns defense responded. So that makes this score on the No Malarkey Mr. Sparky scoreboard. It's now 31-6 in favor of the Burns Bulldogs.
So they threw it to Adam.
The 32, that'll be a Turner Hauser Insurance first down for the Wolves out to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, he was just kind of trying to look like he was going to cut up between the hash and the numbers. And number 7, Landon Lee, for Stuart Kramer, was coming up and then just reached out and grabbed air. As Rashad Lynch went right around him.
You try and grab the Lynches, you're going to get air a lot.
Look like you're hanging a jacket is when you're trying to get up there. But
Lynch back. Now he keeps it. Goes forward. Heads to the sideline, and he's knocked down there. Good play by Cody Alexander. He comes up and takes the legs out of Lynch. And that'll be about a 1-yard gain after a lot of running.
Yeah, again, was trying to look down the field to see anybody was open. They're playing a little bit more of a man sort of coverage with an umbrella up top with two safeties. They got Landon Lee and number 21, Blake Wilkinson back at the safeties.
3 wide receivers left. Lynch rolls that direction, and I'm amazed he held on to the football. Cody Alexander comes from behind. Lynch had it out in his hand. I thought for sure when an arm came over it was going to hit him and the ball come loose. So -3 on that play, and now they're behind the chains, 3rd and 12.
Yeah, and interesting as well, it kept him in bounds, clock moving. But I tell you what, yeah, Alexander's come in. He started off the game with a bang for the Kramer Storm, turning that kickoff, and now it's made 2 good defensive plays here on this drive.
4 wide receivers. Lynch back to pass, looks downfield, throws. He's got a man going down the sideline, and it's picked off again. It's Landon Lee, number 7. R.J. Lynch is trying to bring him down. He's holding on for dear life. I think they rang the bell at 8 seconds there. But he was looking for R.J. down the field, and just sitting on it was Landon Lee, number 7. He makes the interception and brings it all the way back to the 30-yard line, or 32-yard line, which was the line of scrimmage on that play.
Yeah, as I mentioned, it was him and Wilkinson that are just kind of hanging back, trying to just roll a little bit with Lynch, trying to kind of spy him, 15, 20 yards deep behind the line of scrimmage, and that's the 3rd turnover, 2nd interception by the Lincolnton Wolves. And now I don't know what's going on.
Angle is out on the field. I think he was trying to get an interference call because there was a little bit of a collision, but the ball was over the head of the receiver because it went right to Lee. But there was a little collision between the other defender and R.J. Lynch. We don't have replay, but
yeah, it was right in front of us, so I agree with you. I think we're going to see a lot of McCorkle and
if this goes in the air, I'd be
Fortenberry.
shocked. McCorkle, handoff to the right side. Short gain on the play. Gets across the 30, so a gain of about 3. And now they've got great field position. The 5th time they've started in plus territory.
Yeah, well, we said they take a lot of time getting the plays in the first half, and so now they're definitely going to be taking a lot of time off the clock. They're inside the 20 as far as the play clock. 7:15 on the game clock.
1 wide receiver to each side. Deep back behind Phillips is McCorkle. He's got it. Goes around the left side. He's got a 1st down. Gets inside the 20. Finally pulled down there by Jeffries. But it'll be a Turner Hauser Insurance 1st down for the Storm.
Yeah, you can see when they get to the line of scrimmage, he's looking right at that play clock, and he waited till about 3 seconds, handed it off, and they pulled the guards out, kind of an off-tackle sort of play, and was able to pick up that Turner Hauser Insurance 1st down. And you're going to see a lot more of that coming up. 6.5 to go here in the ballgame.
So after the game, if they win, do they do a storm surge like the Hurricanes?
I don't know. I've never seen a game.
They didn't do it at West Lincoln. I don't know
might
if they
throw
do it.
up if that happens. I'll give you a heads up.
You're no fun. Phillips keeps it, goes to the right side, breaks a tackle, gets inside the 10-yard line. It'll be another Turner Hauser Insurance 1st down, as it'll be 1st and goal for the Storm, trying to put this one out of reach.
I think they're trying to run the clock out, but I mean, they're just getting down the field. They're probably going to punch it in here again.
Yeah, a little too much time left to go ahead and just
slide down before you get in the end zone. I've seen that maneuver to kill some clocks. Defense lets you score, and you just slide down and
turn around and look at them. And
no, we knew what you're up to. Handoff to McCorkle again. Bottled up. Good play there. 4 Lincolnton defenders bring him down, and he might get a 1-yard gain out of that. But they're at a 7-yard line, so 2nd and 7.
And again, you got Hawkins just kind of hanging out here outside, not in the huddle.
Standoffish.
What is you don't watch NFL, but Ashton Genty kind of, I forget what they call the stance. He just, instead of getting down with his hands on his knees, he just stands there. That kind of looks like what Hawkins is doing. He's just standing there waiting for the play.
Big shift. They move Toure over to the right side of the line. McCorkle vaults over the left side of the line, but only gets a yard, and it'll be 3rd and goal.
That was Worcester, number 9.
Worcester?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they gave it to I guess it's like 2 fullbacks back there. That one was a quick little handoff to Worcester. Tried to leap, but somebody had him around the ankles. He didn't get much height on that one.
Oh, so the Phil Mickelson jump. I think Mickelson barely would have tripped over a pencil on this jump when he won the Masters.
Yes,
but
I remember.
Phillips rolls to the right, looking, finds an opening, scoots through, touchdown, Stuart Kramer. A 6-yard touchdown run by Clee Phillips, the quarterback, and that probably will put paid on this as we are just under 4 minutes to play. Sekever Pharmacy of Lincolnton touchdown for Stuart Kramer, and Jake Harms will be on to try the James River Equipment extra point.
Yeah, he kind of just slow played it, almost like he was going to throw it, but everybody knew he wasn't going to throw it. And the crowd was up because they saw that open up that hole, and he walked right through it.
Yeah, we're on the same angle as the crowd here. Harms' kick is up and good. So on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, 3:58 to play. Kramer 38, Lincolnton 21.
All right, folks, we're going to start wrapping up the Redzone channel here, folks. All of our games are starting to get a little out of hand there, and we're going to do some highlights. Thank you, sir. We're going to do some highlights and more here. And for the folks at home, show some of the touchdowns and everything we got going on tonight. Some big plays. I haven't seen a video of a big hit yet. But we do have a lot of good catches. I can say that right now. Our wide receivers right across the area did a job tonight, and the quarterbacks as well. A lot of beautiful passes.
It's been a night for chunk plays.
Yes, it is. I'm going to scroll through some of the highlights that we haven't had yet, and then I'm going to turn it over to Chip. Folks, we usually end this show at 9:45. Post-game show begins at 10. So bear with us. We're going to roll through the highlights that we haven't had so far. And we're going to go from here. Let me get my headsets on so I can hear this. All right. Turn that down. That's my ear is really loud. All right, this is the first, let's see. We had Colton Pryor score. Then I tweeted Majay. We got that one. We had the bands. We had the dancing. Had the first one. Punt Bulldogs, 4-12. I don't think this is a punt. Who tweeted this? This must be our ladies.
Field goal.
Our ladies out there on the they do a good job with the video, but
sometimes the terminology
escapes them. This is a field goal for Burns. Just made it 17-0 when it was a close game. Now it's 38-6. This is South Point taking a 21-0 lead on the interception.
Pick six then. Or no,
looks
okay.
like he's tackled.
Sorry, next play.
And then the next play, Patrick Blee with the touchdown into the corner. So we got the pick. And then the touchdown for South. So that made it 21-0. They're up big right now. 28, I think, is the last thing we had. How about Usry? If I see his name, he makes some type of fantastic play. Let's see what he does on this one. Well, we're going to shake one, outrun everybody, split the defenders, and he gone. That boy's a playmaker, y'all. Every time we see him, it's a great play.
Yeah.
Jeremiah Holt with a pick for South Point. Kings Mountain rolling left, looking, nothing. Got plenty of time. Goes back to the right.
Throw that up. Be careful throwing it across the field like that.
I'm not allowed to make comments or I'll be on the message board. South Point Patrick Blee with another touchdown. So he's got 2 at this point. Blee and Pless drags the defender into the end zone. He got him about 4 or 5 yards on that. Let's see where he grabbed him. Got to do the hip drop tackle. It ain't illegal in high school. So he's grabbed at the 7-8 yard line.
Yep, thereabouts.
And he's dragged 7-8 yards. About 25 feet there, Dennis.
It's not the first time he's done that. He's very efficient.
Chris Dawkins for the Bulldogs. First time I've said his name this year. Let's see what happens here. 22.
Right up the middle.
And off the right side. He cuts it back right off the center's booty. How about the Ironman? And Ajay Whitworth with a touchdown here. How about the trick play? The wide receiver pass gets the Ironman into the end zone for the touchdown.
Shame they've not utilized. We've heard Brian and I and Juwan and I've talked about it quite a bit this year. They've just not been able to utilize Najee as much as they could. He's a tremendous athlete.
How about the third Red Raider to score for the night? Jesse Ledford made it 35-0 on the Mountaineers. Bulldogs with another touchdown. This is Romello Wells going across the left side. Got good blocking downhill.
Yeah,
that was a hold at the end. They let that one go. Holy tackle, Batman. I mean, dang. All right, let's go out some of our correspondence. How about with 4 minutes left to go, Kramer putting a nail in the coffin here against the Lingman Wolves. 38-21, they make it. This is them going up 31-21. Good job from the band, whoever's playing.
Yeah, it is.
Pretty loud.
It must be right behind the kids filming.
Interception, sideways style. Turn your head to the left. Pick. I know. I'm not going in there and rotating them sideways.
It was like a climbing wall.
Field goal, vertical on the replay.
Look how high he kicks that ball.
This made it 28-14. Number 9. They've had a problem bringing him down inside that 5-yard line today. How about the Craners with the interception and the quarterback keeper? 14-yard touchdown run. The Storm is brewing against the Wolves. So a lot of interceptions plays here. How about halfback pass for the Kramer Storm on the 14-14?
Everything's clicking for him.
Yeah. Right. It's a pretty good touch pass from the fullback. All right, let's go over now to that Shelby game where Shelby pulled away late. We saw the highlights to about 28-0. We'll go from there. This made it 35. Yeah, we got Manuel Collins. We got his 2 touchdowns. That's what we got up to 42. And that was it for them. So we actually did see all the scores. Here's the snap, made it 42-0. Fumble on the snap. All right, we're going to go over to that Hickory game. Let's see where we're at right now. Into the third quarter, Hickory still leads 31-28. So our guy did type it in wrong. So now I got to go back and change that. So it's 31-28. You know, you just can't rely on anybody nowadays.
Good help is hard.
Can't get good help, man.
Good help's hard to find. You're right, Dennis.
Look at the two guys. Look at the 2 guys sitting beside you.
Example A. Is that what you're saying? We haven't missed any of their highlights either, so we've got all the highlights for this one. This is Hickory going up 31.
Well, Kevin, if it makes you feel any better, Max Preps has it at 32-28.
They probably looked at ours.
Some guy in San Diego somewhere is
they looked at
looking
ours
at the
and got it.
KTC.
I'm going to blame that on Ricky, our sideline reporter, Ricky Oak. All right, I'm going to let Chip get through these scores, him and Dennis, to end our Red Zone coverage of our Red Zone radio tonight, folks. We're going to end that right now here in just a few moments, but I'm going to let Dennis and Chip let you know exactly what scores and things we got going on across the area right now. All right, guys, take it away.
FYI, Kevin, that Hendersonville score, it ain't done yet either. Wow. But I just saw it's 78-20. Gracious. All right. Sorry. No, they putting some fight in. All right, here's our scores right now. We got a couple of finals.
45-21.
Kramer.
Kramer at this point is just doing whatever they want. Lincoln's giving up, it looks like.
That might have just been the nail in the coffin. So, got a couple of final scores in these first three sections. Shelby Golden Lions defeat East Gaston 42-6, and South Stanley shut out Thomas Jefferson this evening 49-0. The rest of these we have not confirmed as final. Still ongoing. Burns up big on Cherryville 38-6. Kramer, you heard it. You just heard it. They extended their lead against Lincoln 45-21. That's be an impressive win for them. It's all Crest Chargers over North Gaston 56-0. East Burke, Coach Cogdell leads his Cavaliers into chase. They're winning over the Trojans 30-6. And in our game of the night, it's living up to the billing right now. It's either 32 or 31. No, it's 31-28. Hickory leading East Lincoln as they go into the last quarter. That'll be a fun game to keep an eye on. Watauga doubling Alexander Central score at this point, 28-14. St. Stephen's up on McDowell, 34-16. We'll see if we can find something on Freedom and South Caldwell here shortly. Mountain Heritage up big on Mitchell, 45-6. Hendersonville 78, Avery County 30. Charles D. Owen leads Madison 15-7. It's Ashbrook has extended their lead on Forest View 21-6. West Lincoln up big on Highland Tech. Terry Reinhardt's loving that upstairs. 53-13. It's South Point shutting out Kings Mountain 28-0. High Brighton leads RS Central 38-20. And Mountain Island Charter shutting out Bonnie Cone 38-0.
Well, I told Ken before you guys, when you just finished your pregame show, I said Hickory is favored by 3 because somebody on there was taking East Lincoln. We won't mention that. But anyway, right now there's a 3-point difference. So they were pretty much on the money on that.
A couple of us took East Lincoln, I think, actually, on that.
There you go. I wasn't going to rub it in and call names and say Chip Carter, but if you're fessing up. All right, let's talk about the South Iredell Vikings and the Statesville Greyhounds. The Greyhounds are ahead 41-13. Lake Norman Wildcats are over the North, Henderson? North Iredell.
Yeah.
It's 55-13 in favor of Lake Norman. We have the Mooresville Blue Devils over Davie County 42-10. The AC Reynolds Rockets currently lead the
North Buncombe Blackhawks by a score of 33-0. The Roberson Rams are final over Inca 41-0. And Chip is hanging on by a thread over here. Irwin 21, Asheville 14. You're getting choked up about that one, Dennis.
Well, that would be, 2 in a row for
That's right.
Irwin? I mean, that's enough to choke anybody up. We've got the Drone Wildcats, 20 cents. The West Caldwell Warriors, they're currently, Drone is winning 26-10. We've got the Newton Conover Red Devils and the West Iredell Warriors. Currently, that's West Iredell 28, Newton Conover 21. We've got the East Rutherford Cavaliers 29-0 over the Patton Panthers. We've got the Maiden Blue Devils in a big game against Bandies up 28-13. We've got the Ford Tigers. You heard me correctly. The Ford Tigers over the, Bandies Trojans? No.
Yep. Or Bunker Hill.
Bunker Hill Bears, 21-7. We've got the North Rowan Cavaliers losing to North Stanley. North Stanley 35, North Rowan 23. We've got Community School of Davidson, or what is that, Corvin?
Corvin
Community School, and Community School of Davidson 21 all.
Update on that one, Dennis.
Okay.
We've got Corvin Community leads Community School Davidson 29-28 in the fourth quarter.
So they just scored 8 points. I won't ask. I've got about 4 more scores if you want those. No problem.
Sorry, I interrupted him.
Shut up, Chip.
Blame it on me.
It's always Carter's fault.
Where's Will?
Lake Norman Charter Knights and the Langtree Prep Lions. Lake Norman Charter's winning that 59-19. Okay, that's a final. We don't have any score yet on the Pine Lake Prep and the Christ the King Crusaders. We do have a final on the Albemarle Bulldogs beating Union County Cardinals 31-24, and the Brevard Blue Devils are leading the West Roberson team 41-27. And I'm sorry if you're an Elkin Bucking Buck fan tonight, you just got bucked by West Wilkes 41-0. What a buck.
Right now because I didn't have my button pushed. We're going to be back at 10 o'clock for the post-game show, same channel here on KTC Broadcasting. We're going to take a break. We're going to go off air, and we'll be right back in a minute. Thank you, JP. He was updating us on the score of the Kramer score. But black scores are finals. We'll be back in a few minutes. KTC Broadcasting. Thanks for watching.
In the backfield, your quarterback scared, I see it in his eyes. Sent that receiver in motion, that's just a disguise. My linebackers, they stepping up, clog a hole, no letting up. Taking on no big blocks, on fourth down we get big stops. My secondary is balling out, your offense keeps stalling out. How many yards? Like none at all. Call the special teams, come punt the ball and it's gone. And you never see me fair catch. I get a block and then I'm gone like a Learjet. My helmet on, pass strap tight. My jersey shining in them Friday night lights. Win, win, we just came to win. Win, win, we just came to win. I'm in a huddle talking to the Hawks. We gonna run it down their throat soon as we get the ball. Come out and fire off the ball, we going on one. My skill position so proficient, break for long runs. Come out running that option, that mean I got the option to keep that or pitch that. Defense, they gotta fix that. 4 receivers, we spread them out in the shotgun. Hot reads, I got some. My tight end, so awesome. Touchdowns, I toss some. We score 6, scoreboard, that score 6. Respect the ball, we protect the ball. We don't fumble, no throw picks. I feed my linemen pancakes, so all they blocks are pancakes. Push you around like all night. End of the game, get your handshakes, huh? My helmet on, pass strap tight. My jersey shining in them Friday night lights. Win, win, we just came to win. Win, win, we just came to win. Friday night lights. Friday night lights. Win, win, we just came to win. Win, win, we must protect this house.